Back here behind me, there are 2 dead pine trees just sitting in our pasture. And I want to go ahead and get them cut down so they don't fall on the fence one day when we're not here or something like that. And Shep and Gracie get out, or the cows get out, or anything like that if it falls across the fence. So I want to go ahead and cut them down today to where I know which way they're going to fall and don't have to worry about that. Plus, it would scare me to death with the cows being out here, Gracie, Shep, and these things fall and land on them or something like that because they heard it creaking or cracking or something like that in the wind and went over to investigate it. So I want to go ahead and take them down. We have a few trees like that. There's one down at the pig pen, one at the corner of the barn, and then these 2 pine trees. There's actually 3 of them. 2 of them are pretty good size. They're at least 24 inches, something like that around. They're pretty big. They're about that big. And then one little pine tree. With hurricane season fast approaching, I think it starts in South Carolina, and I believe it's June 1st or something like that. We still got a little while, but I want to go ahead and get these down while I have the time, while they're on my mind. So that's what we do around here, just take care of things as we think about it and not wait till they become problematic or something like that. I'm hoping we don't hit the burn pit that's on the island out there. Hope we don't hit it, but if we hit it, it's better than it landing on a fence or something like that. I have to be really careful and make sure you'll probably see me run or something like that as soon as it starts falling, because with these dead trees like that, the whole top could snap out and go any direction if it hits a limb or if it just gets a notion to go a different direction. So you might see the whole top snap out, go one way, and the tree go the other way. So it's a very, very scary thing to cut them down. Not looking forward to it, but it's something that's got to be done. So let's go ahead and get to it. I think I'm gonna stand over here and let the wind handle that one. That tree's kind of all over the place. Dangerous.
Is it gonna follow the fence?
I hope not. That's the one I'm worried about. If it goes behind that other pine tree. hear it snapping.
I hope you're not going to have to replace fence today.
I hope not too. At least we got that fence that's up there.
I thought that was the point of bringing the dogs in, so you could take the fence up.
I don't know where it's going to hit. I'll have to take the entire pasture fence up.
You could have just took that slide down.
Half a
Well,
day
I'm
to
just
take.
saying,
Half a day to take
it
the
would have
fence
been
down.
cheaper to just take the side down and put it back up than
Yeah.
it would be to replace it.
That's the one up there. Listen, I don't know where it's going to hit. I don't like this tree. That one I don't think is going to be that bad. It's going to come this way, I think. That one. At least I can come run and get behind this tree if I have to.
There it goes.
Right through the fence.
Yep. That's why I told you to take the fence up first. You're going to have to do something before tomorrow so Grace and Shep can come out. The cows are not happy.
That thing done some damage. It hit this hemlock tree right here and tore quite a few limbs off of it. Y'all can see the fence right there. I will have to say, the one good thing about this type of fence is even when the tree lands on it, you just cut the tree off of it and stretch the fence back up. It ain't hurt it whatsoever. So I then cut the log off of it. So I just have to get some pliers and hook the T-post clips back up. All right. Let's cut the other bad one. That tree's trying to go the opposite direction, y'all. Took me forever to find a wedge. I ain't had to use one in 10, 15 years. And that's a brand new one that's been sitting over there. I had to go find one. Let's try to get it down. I'm wringing wet with sweat from daggone this anticipation, worry. When you start getting worried, when things start getting hung up, it's just like anybody. When you start doing something, you rethink your choices, you rethink your decisions. You're like, well, maybe we should have just put Shep and Gracie somewhere else and just let that tree completely disintegrate and let God take it down, let it rot down and fall down piece by piece. But I've seen these trees, they'll stand like that for years, completely dead, completely rotted. The bark's falling off of it. Some of the limbs just fell out of it. But what I find amazing, y'all, that tree is well 100 and something feet tall. That you can change the complete trajectory of a tree that's 100 foot tall. And I couldn't even reach my hands around that tree. Almost. My hands were about like that, about that big. But for $5.99, a wedge, a plastic little piece of wedge. And now that tree was leaning the other way. So I put that wedge in there and hammered it in, waited on that tree to lean a little bit, hammered it in, waited on it to lean a little bit, and just kept hammering it in. I thought I needed another wedge, which I don't think I have. And this one had already went into the tree. The outside of the tree was about that far away. I'd done hammered it way inside the tree. And y'all saw in the video. And it slowly but surely, that tree just started leaning back and leaning back and leaning back. You just have to give it a little bit of time for the law of physics to take over when you start hammering that wedge in. And it's amazing. That one went perfect. I got the stuff while I was over there going and get this wedge. I got the stuff to go ahead and fix that fence. And a lot of wood to play with now. But I think I'm just going to lead the two trees down and maybe just clean up the tops or something like that. It's too windy to burn today, but we will pile it in the fire burning pit there and burn it up. So, like I say, I'm just like anybody else. I'm wringing wet with sweat. Y'all can see it dripping off my face with just anxiety, being nervous. Because anybody that's got two brain cells in their head would be nervous about them two trees. I mean, those were some big trees. And y'all heard in the video, I'm sure, when they went whoop, when they hit the ground. They are huge. So let me go ahead and get this mess cleaned up, get the fence put back up, and move on to something else that maybe won't get my blood pressure through the roof, y'all. Because this was woo. And I forgot I do have the little tiny tree. It ain't big. It might be about 50 something foot tall and about that big around. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it down so we don't have to worry about nothing else falling on the fence here. So let me whack it down and then I'll go ahead and get the fence fixed. Y'all, I think I'm just gonna lead that tree. One, it's aiming right at y'all. It's gonna come right through here and land on my fence down here. It's not that big. I think I'll just let it rot some and let some of the limbs break out of it. It's not very big at all, so I think I'll just leave that one for the time being. I really don't feel like messing with it, especially if it comes over here and hits this fence. Because this fence, it would probably tear some of this fence up because it is stapled around trees here, not T-posts. So let me go ahead and just fix the fence and let the cows over here because they're ready to come over. Me nor Mikey really like this type of fence, but y'all, it's cheap, and when you're doing a big pasture like we have, like I say, we've got at least 1,000 foot of fence around here. When you're putting that much up, this stuff is still, I believe it's like $325 for a 330 foot row at Tractor Supply. That's still, when you do 1,000 feet or more, this has got to be more than 1,000 feet around here, because I know I put up about 5 or 6 rows of this stuff, if not more, counting the pig pens and everything else. It gets expensive, and the other wire is about $450 to $500 a roll. The no climb fence and the stuff like that. It's got the 2x4 holes and stuff like that. And y'all, that stuff's aggravating to put up. If you've ever put it up, it's hard to get it stretched out and get it the way it's supposed to look. But I think if we do it over again, put any more fencing up, we're definitely gonna get something different. Huh. Didn't even need no more T-post clips. I got them here. Put some extra ones on it. It made a stomping on it, I tell you that much, flatten it out. I'm gonna definitely have to tighten this up somehow. All right, that's good. Let's let them cows over here. Come on, cow. Come on. Come on. right, y'all have fun. All right, everyone. Today is the day. I know there's a lot of our viewers that have probably been wondering, well, y'all been talking about this for 2 years. Today is the day. We're gonna cut this bad boy down. Y'all see this tree? It's at least 130 feet tall. But as y'all can see, let me flip y'all around here. Do y'all see the ground kind of hived up right there? See if I can get y'all at a better angle. This tree is already leaning. So I'm standing straight here, and y'all can see that tree is already leaning. And during one of the storms, I don't forgot if it was Helene or before Helene, the winds and stuff that we had down here in South Carolina, I believe it was before Helene. This tree has weakened from the wind hitting it, coming from the North Carolina area, blowing this way down towards the coast. And so that tree is leaning towards Charleston and Myrtle Beach area, mostly Charleston and Edisto Island, from that wind blowing this way. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this tree down. As y'all can see, it's starting to bud out because we've got already some nice hot spring weather coming in. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop it down so Mikey don't have to worry about them hickory nuts no more and busting their butt coming up here to the barn. We ain't got to worry about the cows tripping and slipping on the hickory nuts, because y'all, there's thousands of hickory nuts. Every year it drops thousands of hickory nuts. And this tree will be going down to the log splitter and split up for our next year's firewood. And honestly, this will probably be all the firewood we need for next year. This should be honestly split up. This should be at least 3 to 4 truckloads of firewood split up. So that's a lot of firewood. So let's go ahead and drop this bad boy, get it over with. I done tested my luck with 2 pine trees, dropped one on the fence. What's the worst that could happen? Honestly, what's the worst that could happen? Well, if I hit Mikey's barn, I'm just gonna go ahead and just get in the truck and go ahead and leave, because that wouldn't turn out too good for me. So the cows are down there in the other pasture eating all that ryegrass and stuff that's coming up, nice green grass. They're over there where I cut the 2 pine trees down. The puppies are, 3 of the puppies are outside in their puppy pen, and I've got the chickens fed down there to keep them away. But you'll probably see a dumb chicken run somewhere near the tree or something like that. The others are up here in the thing, so let's go ahead and drop this thing and cross our fingers, y'all. The good thing is this tree's already leaning in the direction I want it to go. Thank goodness. if I'd have made a cut right here, it wouldn't have split that bad. It would have went on, but y'all look at that. That is a monster of a tree, y'all. A monster of a tree. So what I'll do, we're gonna go ahead and just pile the limbs here. And I have a couple of little gum trees and stuff I'm gonna cut down too. We're gonna pile everything up right there and just burn it right here in the pasture, because I ain't lugging all these limbs. Maybe if I have one of them clam buckets for going the tractor, the Kubota tractor, maybe I could just tote the brush wherever I wanted, but y'all, that's a lot of limbs on this tree. I mean, a lot of limbs. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut them all, pile them up, cut, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gum trees, which are useless. I'm just gonna cut the gum trees up and burn them up in the pile with the oak limbs and stuff like that. This is hickory nut tree, so it's hickory wood, hard as a rock hickory wood. And y'all can see what hickory is notorious for, splitting. It's split all the way down this tree. It's right about there. That I couldn't ask for a better spot. It went perfect. I'll bring the log splitter up here. I'll just pull it up here, bring a trailer, hook it behind the Kubota, and split this wood right here on site. I'll take the excavator on these pieces, because y'all, I can't pick this up. This tree right here, I can't even get my hands around it right there. It might not look like it on the camera, but I cannot get my hands around this tree. Almost, but barely. That's pretty big for my hands. So I'll just take, on these big pieces, I'll just take the little mini X and gently send them on the log splitter and split them, and I can probably rotate them on the log splitter. Get them split up, get it stacked up. This is our next year's firewood. So I always cut a tree down. I usually try to find something that's dead already. And what I'll do is in the fall, I'll start cutting it up because it's already dried up. I'll cut it up and put it on the stack. I do have a few trees around here that's dead and dried up. I'll cut them up, but this one needed to go. Go ahead and get it out to pasture. So let me go ahead and get this chopped up, and I'll video a little bit of it. The camera might be almost full. It'll cut off. I don't know. So play it by ear, y'all. All right, y'all. I've about had it for the day. I guess in this video I can say I was saved by the rain. Y'all probably can't see it, but it is starting to drizzle a little tiny bit. The cows will probably come over here and nibble these little green shoots off. Like I said, it was starting to bud out. So the cows will probably come over here and chew all that stuff off. It ain't gonna go nowhere. But I'll have to get the mini X up here and sit it here and clamp that thing and put some pressure on it and go ahead and cut it off. But y'all can hear the rain now, I'm sure. So Y'all, I'm gonna go get me some iced tea, some sweet iced tea, and sit on the porch and watch this beautiful rainstorm that God provided. So I'm gonna end this here. Y'all done got me to see me drop 3 trees now, 2 pine trees and now the hickory nut tree. So I'm gonna end the video here, and I'll bring y'all back along probably when I start cutting it up or start splitting it up or something like that. So thank y'all for coming along with me. Thank y'all for keeping me safe while I'm doing this crazy stuff. And y'all take care. God bless. Y'all come back and see us soon.
Cows in the pasture, the chickens in the coop. Every day's an adventure in this rustic loop. From sunrise to sunset, we work and play, celebrating farm life in the best kind of way. Oh, farm life where the green grass grows, canning food and the garden shows, taking care of animals big and small in a simple